This is the seaside of St. Julian's here in Malta in Europe. Malta is surrounded by a magnificent crystal-clear azure sea. Malta's strategic location at the center of the Mediterranean Sea has enriched it with abundant historical and cultural heritage, making it unique in every aspect. The Maltese archipelago consists of the islands of Malta, Gozo and Camino, offering beautiful weather most of the year and surrounded by crystal-clear Mediterranean Sea. With circa 400,000 inhabitants spread over 316 square kilometers, Malta offers a colorful synthesis of rich history, long-lived traditions, picturesque beaches, vigorous nightlife, and natural escapes. Maltese people are renowned for their warmth and friendliness. The majority of Maltese people can speak both Maltese and English fluently, whilst most inhabitants are also confident in Italian. Malta's capital city Valletta is a national gem with history and cultural legacy engraved in its every corner. Dina, the former Maltese capital, is known as the Silent City and prides of exhilarating beauty and heritage. Malta is also home to the Hypogeum, chosen by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, as well as other prehistoric temples, cathedrals, and architectural splendor. Malta offers a remarkable nightlife for people of all ages. Enjoy a bottle of wine at an exclusive wine bar, a beer at the beer festival, or party till the break of dawn at the vivacious peaceful town. Look out for the Maltese calendar of events so as not to miss out on the best venues and dates. Malta is the place for sea, sun, and fun. Malta, the land of sun and sea. Impressive stone architecture, breathtaking diving spots, dramatic nature, massive forts. Malta packs a lot into a single small archipelago. But perhaps one of the main selling points is its climate. The natural wonders, without a doubt, nature makes Malta unique. Don't let this island's size play a trick on you. Even though it's small, the country offers numerous scenic settings for hikers and those seeking breathtaking views. One of the most famous natural wonders here are the Dingley Cliffs, Malta's highest point. The steep rock face rises about 300 meters above sea level on the western side of the island. If you dare to stand on the edge of the cliff, you can see the uninhabited island of Filfla. A visit to Gozo would not be complete without visiting its iconic salt pans. They're situated on the north coast near Swedgy Bay. The rocky coast is divided into squares that are filled with seawater. On a calm day, the scenery resembles a mirror that has been broken into 100 pieces, each of which reflects the sun. Add to this the unusual natural limestone formations and sea waves, and you've got quite an otherworldly scene. It's fascinating how, in the age of technology, locals still harvest salt the way their ancestors did some 350 years ago. With the help of brushes, they collect the salty crystals into buckets and pour the salt out onto a flat surface. When the salt has completely dried, they pack it into small bags to sell. If you want to try traditional natural salt from Gozo, buy it directly from local farmers. Apart from being rich in natural iodine, magnesium, and calcium, the salt is produced in an extremely picturesque location, which makes it even tastier. The Swedgy salt pans are only one of 40 places where salt is collected along the Maltese coast. Apart from giving food extra flavor, this white gold also helps to keep food fresh in times before refrigerators. If you want to learn more about this product, visit the Salina Nature Reserve on the northeast coast of Malta. It features one of the last and largest remaining salt marshes in the country. If you're lucky, you can spot flamingos, which spend time at Salina from July to December. But sometimes it's difficult to notice them against the pink backdrop of the salt pans, whose color comes from blooming algae. The color of the water itself ranges from white to dark gray, depending on the concentration of salt in it. There is a lot that draws visitors to Malta. It's an idyllic island destination with a favorable Mediterranean climate. It's easily accessible from mainland Europe, and most residents speak English, as it's one of the country's two official languages. But what most travelers don't yet realize is that Malta is an attractive, enthralling holiday destination because of its interesting history and abundance of culture, and the people's amiability. Renowned for their hospitality, kindness, and geniality, the country's traditionally kind-hearted folk know precisely how to make visitors feel right. Enviably positioned in the passageway between Africa and Europe, the Maltese archipelago includes several islands, with only the three largest, Malta, Gozo, and Camino, inhabited. Spanning an area of just 316 square kilometers, it is one of the smallest archipelagos globally, yet there is so much to discover. Its small size also means its best spots can be visited with short traveling times, so you can get even more out of the time spent in the country. With its history dating back 7,000 years, Malta has been inhabited since the Neolithic era. As such, its temples are some of the oldest in the world, and they tell the stories of the nation's intriguing past, which has seen it play host to the Phoenicians, the Romans, the Greeks, the Normans, the Crusaders, the French, the Knights of St. John, Napoleon, and the British Empire. The concentration of historical sites in Malta is unparalleled, making it the perfect destination for history lovers. A visit to the country's stunning fortifications to admire their striking architecture is a must, as is a tour of Malta's capital, Valletta, which has held UNESCO World Heritage Site status since 1980. Due to Malta's sought-after position in the Mediterranean, it has been considered as a strategically significant naval base since its discovery. And up until as recently as World War II, this makes the country particularly intriguing as around every corner, unique artifacts and mementos of its past unveil themselves.